Ngā mihi o te wā. In today's news, Māori voters are being urged to check whether they are enrolled for the Ikaroa-Rawhiti by-election on June the 29th. That electorate stretches from the East Coast to the Hutt Valley. The Electoral Commission says anyone who chooses to go on the Māori roll for this by-election will be on that roll for next year's general election. The Greens will join Labour and the Māori Party in the battle for Ikaroa-Rawhiti's old electorate. The inquiry into the GCSB has given the agency the all-clear. The Inspector General of Intelligence and Security has found the Security Bureau did not breach the law in its monitoring of 88 New Zealanders. The matter is related to developing weapons of mass destruction, people smuggling, foreign espionage and drug trafficking. Agency Director Ian Fletcher says Inspector General Paul Naser concluded there was no illegal spying, although the law itself is unclear and needs amending. The Green Party is calling for yet another inquiry into the Bureau and says the government should suspend its GCSB bill. However, the Prime Minister is satisfied with the Inspector General's report.
What he has said is the law is a little unclear, and we agree with that view. That is the government's view as well. We concur with the view that it is unclear, which is exactly why we're going through the process now of clarifying the law so there is no ambiguity.
The Waitemata District Health Board has been at the Auckland High Court today defending its no-smoking policy. The DHB's lawyer drew comparisons to a hospital in England which restricted its patients from smoking and other vices such as alcohol and pornography. Jonathan Coates says Rampton Hospital successfully defended its smoking ban because allowing smoking is against good medical practice. The Wellington Regional Council is looking for answers after yesterday's train derailment. The accident yesterday morning saw 26 trains pulled off the tracks to undergo maintenance checks, stranding hundreds of commuters. A council spokesman says those commuters were put in harm's way and he does not expect that sort of incident to happen again. An internet safety company says parents must learn how to handle different forms of bullying. 4 students from St. Bede's College have been suspended and face restorative process after they posted a photo on Facebook showing another pupil being held over a rubbish bin. NetSafe's Chris Hall says parents need to navigate social networking so they can help make the internet safe for their children. The Independent Police Conduct Authority report on police actions during the Urewera raids is due tomorrow. 17 people were arrested in October 2007, but only 4 stood trial and were convicted of firearms charges, although not of being part of an organized criminal group. Police maintain strong grounds for suspecting military training camps, but they have apologized for the effect of those raids on residents. To international news, Syrian rebels defending a town near the Lebanese border have suffered major casualties. Government troops backed by fighters from Lebanon's Hezbollah movement have launched air and artillery attacks in Qusair to drive out the rebels. The opposition is demanding President Bashar al-Assad's resignation, although that's not a condition for the transitional government sought by a US-Russia peace initiative. And the United States is urging all nations to ensure religious freedom. In a new report, the US government has denounced increasing anti-Muslim and anti-Jewish sentiment around the world. The State Department has criticized attacks against minority groups, highlighting China, Iran, Myanmar, North Korea and Saudi Arabia. And search and rescue operations continue in Oklahoma City following a violent tornado there. The death toll is expected to rise past the last official count, which listed at least 51 fatalities. That tornado registered winds of up to 321 kilometers an hour. And finally, one of The Hobbit's biggest stars has returned to Middle-earth for further filming. Sir Peter Jackson posted a photo on Facebook of himself with Sir Ian McKellen dressed up as Gandalf. The director said he's looking forward to an intense few weeks of shooting some powerful scenes. Well, that's the news. Ka nui ngā karere mātua mai te whare kōrero rima, moriora.